What is up, potheads? Back with another episode of the Podioslave podcast. My name is Tony. I'm joined, as always, by Anthony and Nate.
Oh, two at the same time. What's good? Anthony here.
Changing it every time, man.
¿Cómo estás, señor?
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Así.
I got a question for you, Tony. How often do you practice that intro in the mirror? Like on an average
Never.
week? No.
This is it. It's all been just doing it for however many times that you guys were like, you're doing it from now on.
That was a funny moment. I was like, yeah, the anxiety's not worth it. You got this, bro.
I still fuck it up. I mean, but I've been trying to do it like the same thing, but a little different the last few times to see if anybody notices. So if you do out there in listener land, shoot us a DM.
Do you ask how we're doing? We're doing great.
I didn't ask. No, I don't care.
You don't care?
No, I do. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Nate's doing great. We just recorded another episode, and we get hopefully the engine's roaring, right?
Yeah, back to switching gears, midstream like we did before the acceptance intro. It's fun to do these like the same night as finishing up a conversation because we get to like prime the engine and now we're like ready to do an intro because we've already done one and for an episode that who knows when that one's going to come out either, but this one's coming out now. You're listening to it. It's Pat of Restraining Order, and Anthony and I talked to Pat like a month ago, and we're trying to sell Nate on it right now. In the moment, Nate, hardcore punk. They've got Future Fortune. It just dropped about a week ago on Blue Grape. It's really good. It's got some sing-alongs. It's got some cool like rocky stuff. It's got kind of a fun chance taken on the last song, Last Track Magic. I think you'll really like it.
Oh, hold on. There's a cowbell on what track 9, The Suffer, right?
Cowbell, baby. Yeah, it's got that too.
Man,
I got a fever. I got a fever.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
God damn. It's like
so you're going to listen, right? You're going to listen now?
I mean, you're like a real estate broker or a stockbroker. Like, you're telling me all the things I want to hear. So, I mean, stroking my ego a little bit.
And if you've got Spotify, it's already there.
It's already there. They're going to get a penny on every 20,000 streams. So, yeah. I'm always there to support the cause. And
the scan.
And you check some boxes on a cowbell, especially because that's a rarity. So yeah, I'll check it out.
I think this is the second intro we've done for a conversation that you weren't on, Nate. And I think these are fun. Because what was the other one we did?
I can't remember, but we're selling. We're gonna sell it. Like this is selling nerdery with Anthony, Tony, and Nate.
It is cool. It's like we're all at a bar and you guys are going to a party. And it's like I gotta go home and take care of some shit, but enjoy it. Let me know how it is.
No, it's like, hey, we just left the party. It was great. You should come next time. Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I had obligations. I'll meet you at the bar after. Let me know how it is.
You will. We'll do that again. That's gonna happen again. But
and then check out the party retroactively. It had cowbell. We recorded it. I'm like, oh.
It did have cowbell. Yes. No Christopher Walken, but we did have Pat of Restraining Order, who is the vocalist, and the record's really cool. And you should check it out if you haven't already. It's been out for a little over a week, and love the New York, New England, Connecticut kind of rivalry / come up / we all are from this area for the most part. And he had some really cool posters behind him that we make mention of in the beginning. And we have a compilation episode coming out a little later this year. I don't think we've mentioned this on the pod yet, but he had an answer that I was not expecting out of him. And there's a hint to it in this episode. So if you pick it out and hear that later on, that's kind of cool too.
It's funny. I don't remember his answer. I'll find out for episode 300 if we're gonna tease it here.
Now you're telling everybody it's 300. Oh shit! Yeah, it's 300.
Wait. Is it 300? Maybe 400. We're gonna save it. Future Fortune is out, and they go on tour in about a month, right? October 23rd, right? They kick off with Koyo. It's Koyo, Restraining Order, Ben Quad, and is it Leaving Time?
Yeah. I should know this because Koyo posts it every day, and it's like kind of a meme now, and I laugh at it every time I see it. Joey, shout out. But yeah, they're going out with those guys on their headliner. I think it's Koyo's first headliner, which is pretty cool. So Restraining Order's there too. We've had 2 of the bands on, and I think we probably talked to the rest of them as well. But pretty exciting times for Restraining Order, and we're excited that you're here to listen to us talk to Pat about the record.
Well, let's get into it. Pat from Restraining Order, let's go.
Right, Nate? We're going to do it right now?
Yeah, I mean, I heard about it at the bar. I mean, I'll check it out, sure.
Patrick, thank you for coming on the podcast with us.
Of course.
And we haven't even told you, but we're also New England based. We lived in New England our whole lives. So are you still New England?
No, I live in New York City now. Yeah, me and
you sold us
the
out.
band. Yeah. The Connecticut way. You Connecticut, you move to New Haven, or you move out.
Yeah,
I know. It's like, are you a Yankees fan or a Red Sox fan? It's like it's like the divide.
Yeah, I'm a Mets fan, but
okay. We're cool. I'm a Red Sox fan. Anthony's a Yankees fan. So,
I mean, I got love for the Red Sox. I used to go to my aunt and uncle used to get tickets to games all the time. So I've been to Fenway like just as many times as I've been to Citi Field.
It's a special place. It's probably my favorite ballpark, actually, and that's coming from a Yankees guy. So
it's beautiful, especially when they start letting you go on the Green Monster too.
Yeah. I was on the Green Monster, and a home run went over our head one night, and our buddy's dad texted. He's like, "I just saw you on Nesson." We're like, yes, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Restraining Order, New England, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. So how do you guys how did that all go down? You said you're from Connecticut.
Yeah.
How'd you find those guys in Massachusetts?
I mean, New England just kind of sticks together, and Connecticut's, relatively small scene. Western Mass, also a small scene. Obviously, a lot of history behind both, but I feel like just through that, like we just had already known each other for like years, so kind of just melted together,
Yeah, that's kind of how it is in New England. Like a lot of people like think New England's just kind of a big state, and it actually is. I mean, we're from Maine, but we travel. I've been to shows in, I think, every state in New England at this point, and a lot of times you might see the same people.
Oh, definitely. Like, I mean, growing up, like, because so many people passed on Connecticut. So, like, I'd be going to Boston, going out to New York City, like, going out to Philly, like, so always traveling. Like, it's crazy to think about that. Like, these days, I'm like, I just, like, barely want to leave the house. But, like, those days, other than 100%. Touring, but those days would be like, let's pack, like, 7 people in a car. Let's go, like, all the way up to Haverhill or somewhere, like, North Boston, like, just, for like just a normal show, just like our friend's show.
We were dumb when we were 20, right? Like that's just the way it was. Like let's just pack as many people into this car as possible, get to the show, find our like people, and then you get old. And I'm 41 now, and I'm like, man, are they not 20 minutes away? Like shit.
Dude, yeah, I'm like, there's like a venue like probably like not even a 10-minute walk from my place. Sometimes I'd be like, do I want to go tonight? Like, like no one's home. Both my roommates went. Like I might just chill. Like.
Yeah, I do miss the just get kind of get in the van and going,
Yeah.
But it's funny nowadays. I'm like, okay, it's going to cost me this in gas, this in tolls. I'll be home at 2 a.m. if I go to Boston.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, that kind of money was nothing when you're young. You were just like, you have $100. You'd be like, I'm like, I got 1,000 in my mind. Like,
no kidding. Yeah, I wouldn't even add it up. I'd be like, oh, the show's $12, and I think that was the only expense. But 40 in gas, tolls. I'm gonna buy some 7 inches. I'm gonna buy some shirts, and then before you know it, I'm gonna do it for $200.
Get some McNuggets on the way home.
Yeah, exactly. Who are you guys checking out back then? Who are you going to see in Haverhill?
Up there, everyone, because like they'd always like up there, like Boston, like everyone would come through on tour, like, and they just had people that knew everybody. So it's like you'd go see like Underdog one weekend, and then you see like Into Another, but then you go see like Cold World and like War Hungry, then you go just a good variety of everything happening.
Were you I'm trying to think. So I lived in Massachusetts from 03 to 07. So it was ICC Church, it was Club Lido, it was Romans Tigers Den, it was Cambridge Elks before Hardcore Stadium. Like, were you going to all that stuff? Or
I was going to the Elks a lot. That was like probably the place I went to the most. Like that was like the most, I feel like, in my generation, like shows happened. Like, and you had like the downstairs and the upstairs. Then it was just like perfect. And then you had like the smaller place. Like, I don't know, it was a nice little area. Parking sucked, but it was always worth the drive.
Yeah. You get that McDonald's right there too for food.
Yes. Dude, I always say that. I've been to like also like every America's Hardcore, and I'm always like, this is like a legendary McDonald's. Like so many people of
totally.
hardcore. Like one day, when my generations look back on, they're gonna be like, oh, here's the the singer of Burning Lord, singer of Restraining Order, and there's other people like all hanging out at McDonald's, like eating burgers. Like
it's smart. It's a smart business plan by McDonald's. Put your McDonald's near a venue, a small venue like that, so that you know everybody's coming through. Everybody, there's nothing else around.
Yeah, they did a lot of stuff there, so it's just like just pop a McDonald's for sure.
Yeah, you got to do a show in a McDonald's. That's the next step.
I think I'm too old for that now.
Yeah, me too.
Funny. Yeah, maybe when I was starting the band.
So you're going to shows when you're younger. Do you have any interest in playing in a band, or is it just, hey, I'm having fun stage diving?
Oh, I always wanted to do a band. Like it was always a thing since I was in high school. But it took me to like my early 20s to like finally start something. And then that was just kind of like a demo band in Connecticut. Then that kind of just led into me going into Restraining Order.
Were you always going to be the vocalist? Was that a thing that you wanted to do from the jump, or is that something that you're like, all right, I guess I'll do it?
Oh, definitely. But yeah, I always wanted to sing in the band. That was like, I just knew like that's where I fit. And I just was generally just like singing. Like, so just like, it just kind of like fit my personality and like, being very energetic and moving around a lot, like having a lot to say. So it was where I always wanted to be.
I always wonder how front man, front woman, front person, how they literally find their voice. Like, did you know, like, all right, I like what Rollins is doing, or I liked what Ian Mackay was doing? Like, did it come out naturally? Because sometimes I feel like you kind of have to find it, right?
So it's funny you asked that. So my first band, was typical, like singing in a band, like, okay, I'm just going to yell and whatever happens. We're just going to go into recording. And then when I did Restraining Order, I was kind of like, wonder how it's going to come off. So usually what I do is I just take my laptop and go in my car and play the music and just record it on my laptop, like sing a song over it, just through the laptop speaker. And I remember Restraining Order, I was like, I feel like this is either going to be kind of more like high pitched or it's going to be like more low pitched. So we'll see. Like, and then it came out the way it did. And I was like, all right, I guess that's how we're singing.
Nice. Yeah.
I've seen you in traffic doing that.
Yeah. Never in a while.
Yeah. I won't be surprised.
Yeah. I mean, we all have done it. We've all been in the car and blasting and screaming along with whatever's on the radio or whatever we put on, right?
Oh, yeah, I do that all the time. I mean, these days I'm older, so I'll just listen to like iHeartRadio Broadway and like sing along to musicals.
Nice.
But,
nice.
There was a time where it was all hardcore.
There's no iHeartRadio on this new record, though. We have listened, so we...
No, only inspired, slightly inspired.
I love that. I mean, that's a cool thing about doing these is we find out different things about people like yourself where, you're not just one thing. Like you listen to a bunch of shit, you like a bunch of shit, you pull from different stuff. Yeah, I love that.
Love everything. Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, I'm just looking at your posters behind you. You got New York City Hardcore, you get Ramones. I think it's CBGB's. Like that alone is
We got the Restraining Order poster.
Oh, there you go.
We got, we got everything. Got some Nicks and that stuff.
That's awesome.
I mean, just right there's a range,
Yeah, we got a pretty. I mean, it's all hardcore people that live here too. So it's like guitarist, my band, and then our friend Terry who does merch for Incendiary. So
nice.
Yeah, we're a little cool crew.
Yeah, that is cool. So you guys are together. You found your Restraining Order bandmates. When was the first show? Do you remember the first show? We love asking this question because I like hearing stories.
Oh yeah, no, it's cool because our first actual show wasn't an official show. It was in like Hudson Valley, New York, and everyone else in the bands, other bands were playing. And, I was there because I was just like, I lived as close to like Hudson Valley as I did to where Connecticut shows happened because I grew up in the New York border. So we were like, oh, we're all here. Like, we don't even have a band name and the demo isn't even like out, but let's just play, kind of just surprise everybody. So like their set ended and we were like, all right, let's just set up and just do it. 'Cause it was like all friends, just like a local show. And that was like the first show. And then we had the first official show, which was also in the Hudson Valley, which was like, I believe it was like, we had like barely came out. It was with like Jukai and Recycled Earth, like split record release, and like Dissolve headline, like Mind Force played. And that was like our first official show, which I showed up late for.
Nice.
So for that, like the first unofficial show, two questions. Did you have music out yet? And did you have a name yet at that point?
We didn't have a name yet.
No, we had music.
Yeah, we had like a demo written, but like we didn't have a name yet. We just played.
See, that's fun. It's just like there's no. I can't imagine there's any expectations for you guys at that point in time. You just, hey, let's go rip a gig. Let's rip a set. You know.
We like even going to the show, we didn't like think about it. We were just like there, and we're like, let's play. Like we practiced together. Like let's just go for it. You know, it's all like close friends, so we're like, they're gonna love this. It'll be sick.
Did it pop off?
I mean, no one knew what to expect, but they were like, everyone was just like, you know, after the set was like, holy shit, like that was fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
And so that was the first live gig. Like, was it clear that you guys was something you wanted to pursue?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We knew what we were doing. Even going into the band, we were like, we want to do something cool. Like we want to like tour and like, you know, write a lot of music. We were very like, we have like high goals, but we're just like, yeah, we want to like go in with this band and really like write cool shit.
So you do that, you get the demo together, you are like, we play that show, then you play the official first show. What happens next? Are you guys like shopping your stuff around and then New Age Records find you, or do they find you and then you're like, all right, yeah, this is a cool home to start?
I think we just really just like, when we started doing all like the stuff, the 7-inch, we just kind of shopped it out a little bit. Like, I think it was more on our like drummer and bassist side. Like, I think they just sent it out to everybody and we're just like, we just see what would land.
And that's fun, especially early on. I mean, what we found, and we can relate in the podcast, every first is like a big fucking deal. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, dude, putting out, you know, the band before we just put out 2 like tapes. Like, so I was like, oh, I'm putting out a 7-inch. Like, and then like, I love the whole thing with doing New Age because not only was like cool being like this historic, like label with all this history, it was also like, oh, like this is a West Coast label, and like such a hard thing of being a New England band is just breaking out of New England. So I was like, oh, this can get all our music out there, which makes it even cooler.
Yeah, it's amazing when somebody like that sees you, right? Because it's one thing to play your local venues and run into your friends and do all that and, you know, get your friends to listen or grab your demo, grab your first release, but to have somebody from across the pond or across the country be like, hey, man, we like your stuff too. Let's get this everywhere. Let's put this out more.
Oh yeah, it was sick. You know, I've never like, I've only toured with friends, so I'd never done a touring band. So I was like, so you know, when we did that, then they're like, oh, we're doing this fest, and like you guys should come out to California. So we're like, that was my first time ever going to California. Like we just did a weekend. Nice. So I was like, yes, like this is the beginning. Like we're doing this.
You probably felt like you were on the verge of it, right? Like, okay, now people are starting to know who we are as a band.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Just the demo, like people like loved the demo so much. I like, you know, I knew like it was cool, but I didn't know like it was gonna pop off the way it did. So it was really cool, like right from the get go.
And so like momentum builds, and at some point, Triple B takes notice, and The World Is Too Much LP. I think that's when like a lot of people came into the picture.
That's
like,
when it really got started. Yeah.
And I got to tell you, the cover to that record is iconic. Like, I'm curious, how'd that come together? Whose idea was it to use that photo? It's like, I'll be honest with you, Patrick, I knew that cover before I even knew your band.
Oh, that's usually like how the story goes. Like,
yeah, right?
I can't blame him. Like, and I think now looking back on it, you know, for us, like when I was younger and humbler, I was just like, yeah, it's a cool photo. But like these days, I'm like, yeah, I wish I could imagine me not being on the cover and seeing another band, like seeing the band like as an outside perspective. But not to get too off track, pretty much that photo started. We were playing Chicago for like the first time, and it was during a cover too, which is random. Like, and there's a video of when like the photo was taken. Funny enough, but I posted it like in my story when the guy posted it. My friend Kyle Nyland hit me up, and he was just like, "You gotta like, you know, like you gotta use that as the cover. Like that's got to be the cover." And I hit up the band, and we're like, "Yeah, we kind of realized like that's got to be the photo for the LP. Like it's just meant to be."
That's a cool way to have people find it too. It's like album art is such a important thing to us as music nerds, and a lot of times it's make or break for people, right? Like they see it and they're like, "Oh, that's cool. I want to know more," or they're turned off by it. So that's one that brings a lot of people in, especially knowing you know the scene you're in and getting people to be on board. It's cool to have that work for you, you know.
Yeah, and for like the first LP, which like you said, it's like, you know, what first really got us like popping off. It was like, all right, like start with like they love the music and they love the cover. It was like this great combination, like just to like get it started and really get us out there.
How high are you jumping in that photo?
How am I jumping?
How high?
How high?
A pretty good height. I remember I did it, and then I fell over and turned around and did this like life-saving like diving somersault afterwards. They
Nice.
didn't get a picture of that, but it would have been a funny like second cover because we did like a couple presses of that record. I should have done some funny alternative cover if that photo ever existed.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a good idea. Save that because you never know, right? Because the other shows could
Yeah,
happen, other cool photos could happen. Why not?
yeah. Well, we do a 20-year like this is World Too Much anniversary. We'll bring in the other photos of that.
Nice.
So where I'm curious because when like I said, that's when a lot of people came into the picture and were fans. Where were you guys as a band? Because that was 2019. Even though it was 6 years ago, the landscape was a little different back then. Now you can be a part-time, full-time combo band, but even back then, it wasn't quite all or nothing. But it wasn't what it was today. So where were you guys at back then?
Like we were just like happy to get, and it was for me personally, I was like, this is my first full length I wrote. So I was like, and the reception it got, like, I'll never forget that morning when waking up, my phone was just like blown up. I was like, oh wow, like people really, really like this. And wanting to tour and do more, it really like just has in the zone. We're like, okay, like we'd be pushing for this regardless. But, like now with this reception, I was like, we need to go all off. Like we were just like fully committed, just the band. Like this is what we're gonna do. And now now we know we have it because everyone loves this.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's cool to feel that kind of rise and have more and more people figure it out and more people be on board. I mean, I'm pretty new to you, fairly recently, but I'm like, damn, like this is striking a chord that I didn't know that I liked, and I'm all in. Like I listened to the new record a bunch the last couple 4 or 5 days, getting ready to talk to you, and I'm like, I could see myself. I'm not doing this because we're talking to you. I'm doing this because I like it. I want to put it on again. You know what I mean? Like that's fun when that stuff happens.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best. Like it's just cool. And like, just in the end, we all love music. So it's just cool to put out good music. And obviously like, it's cool that it also ages well, which is also great too. Like that people are still getting into you and still like, checking it out, going back and listening to discography, like makes you feel very proud of what you've done.
That's a good point. I'm just thinking of this. I mean, Tony and I are not musicians. We've never been in a band, but it must be interesting for you guys. I would think the feedback is, hey, this is timeless. This sounds like it could have been in any era. On the flip side, like there's some bands where I'm like, that sounds like early 2000s metalcore. And it's like, is that a compliment or is that not? You know what I mean? But like a timeless, it sounds, for you guys, it sounds timeless. It sounds classic. That must be cool, You could live in any era.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's really awesome, and like I think that's why also we bring in so many different crowds and so many people check it out. We can kind of just play with anybody.
You can definitely, you can definitely play with anybody. And we were actually, when we were prepping for this, we were talking about like they would fit on Warped Tour. They would fit with whoever. Like they could go out with just about anybody, and it would be a fun a part of a bill or part of a festival lineup, that type of thing. So. We're all in. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, awesome.
You want to talk new record?
Yeah, let's go for it.
So, Future Fortune out on September 12th on Blue Grape Music. How do you feel right the second? I mean, we're talking to you a little bit, a couple of weeks before it drops, but this is going to come out right around the drop of the record, so it's pretty soon. How do you feel about it?
I feel so good. I'm like really excited, and after last year we did this like Asia Australia tour, and we just kind of took a year off. Like we played some shows but didn't tour. And just focused on the record. And like, so it's like, you feel like fresh too. And like, we just got back to touring. We got back from Europe end of June. So it's like, I'm just psyched, like, getting back from that, dropping the single. And now we're going to drop another single soon. It's just like, yes, like, let's do this. Like, let's get back into it, And the music I love too. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we've listened to it. I don't know. I've probably listened to it 5 or 6 times. Have you played a show since No Not has been out?
Yeah, we wait, have we? Actually, I think I'm just thinking because we played it in Europe a couple of times. Like it was a great crowd reaction. We'd be like, all right, this is the new. Oh, that was before it came out. So yeah, we'd be like, this is the new song you never heard. But
right on.
The reception was great. People went off.
I was gonna say because they're gonna be singing along to it. You know what to say and you know what to do. Like that's it. I don't know. The first time you play it live after people have heard it, it's going to pop off.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Like, it's just like, it's cool. I feel like there's a good single to put out for the first one because it's just like simply us. Like, it kind of like doesn't give too, since you've listened to the record, it doesn't give too much away of like what the rest of the record will sound like. It's just like, what is expected of us, but keeps it going, and it's sick.
It's perfect for a live show, as Anthony said. Like when people have heard it and have listened to it now and have lived with it for a little bit, they're gonna be right there on the barricade or on the stage singing it with you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully no barricade.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. I can't wait. Like, we just released our record release shows today, and like all I'm thinking about is like the record comes out that weekend. I was like, I know they'll at least know this song really well. Like, maybe just open up with it. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And yeah, you've got the show at the Drake, right, in Amherst on 9/13, and then you're playing in at Massapequa in Long Island too, right?
Yeah, that's good. It's been fun, and playing Connecticut as well. It's be cool.
Nice. And then you're going out with Koyo too, right? In October.
Yeah, then going out with Koyo, for a month.
That's sick.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that's
and
fun.
It ends in New York City, which is obviously perfect for me. Go right home.
Perfect.
I think that's coming to Mass,
Boston.
and it's a venue.
Coming to Boston, yeah.
Coming to Boston, a venue I've never heard of.
Yeah. I feel like it's Koyo's like first headlining tour, like big headlining. So like, I feel like a lot of the venue, like we're playing Manhattan in New York. Like I've only played Manhattan once before.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are cool. We had Joey and Harold on a couple of years ago now. Two and a half.
That was probably a fun one.
Yeah, it was fun. And then they came
to
they played Portland for us. We saw them in Portland, probably like 7 or 8 months later. Or no, a couple months later maybe, but whatever. We saw them and they were, phenomenal. So that'll be a fun show, just knowing this record and you guys going out supporting that, and then having them be there too. That's going to be a badass bill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of music, a lot of jokes. It'll be good.
So, Patrick, I got to know. You got Will behind the skins, but he's also producer. So he's kind of playing a dual hat. How is that, like, what band dynamic? I'm curious. Does he get, like, veto rights over stuff or no?
I mean, Will's a genius. Like, that's the thing. It's like, it's him and Keith's, like, baby. Like, they're the ones who asked me to be a part of it. And, like, so, like, he just knows exactly how it should sound, and we kind of just go with it. Like obviously, if I'm doing lyrics and I feel like something fits, we'll try both. That's what's nice too. Is like, I'll be like, oh, that might sound better. He'd be like, I think this sound better. We'll be like, well, let's just do both. Like, makes it so much easier to kind of create what you want to make. It's your friend and your bandmate. But I put all trust in him. He's usually always right about what should sound good. And I think it makes it perfect for the band and our sound.
Was that something you guys were leaning towards doing before this? Because is this the first time that Will's produced it?
No, he's always done it. He's recorded everything for Restraining Order.
Okay, nice. Right on. So it's been that way the whole time. Nice.
Yeah, it's always been Will. Yeah, he even recorded my last band I was in too. So I've only recorded with Will pretty much.
So it's gonna get real awkward if you don't have him for the next one.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god, yeah. If I like had to record with some like other person, I mean, it would be fine, yeah, but it wouldn't like be me like going back and forth with him, like let's do this, let's do that, running back to like now he like works at a studio, so like me running into like the room he's recording in and talking it over with him and running back, like I'd probably just be in the booth just talking over the mic, not being as crazy. Maybe it's better for my mindset.
Yeah. There's a comfortability there, right? Because you've done everything with him, so you know what you can and can't say, and you know what a reaction's going to be. Yeah. He knows you, and you know him, so that's a good thing. I think this familiarity is a good thing there.
Yeah, and I think it especially when you know it like definitely shows in the music. Because we're all just very comfortable in recording. Like we're just like, all right, like here we go, let's just do it.
Yeah, there's no like translation layer. We've heard that bands trying to get through what they want it to sound to the producer, and the producer trying to communicate their vision. Sometimes there's some friction, but there's no layer there. It's just maybe Will trying to translate to you guys. You know?
He'll be like that. But we, he's the sound engineer, he's producer, so we all trusted him. He knows the sound. He writes most of the songs. So we're like, yeah, let's just do this. Like, and if we feel indifferent, like, because it's no thing. It's just like we're all friends. So we'll be like, all right, well, let's just try both, and we'll see what happens.
It sounds like you had a lot of fun making this record.
Yeah, definitely. Especially now that he like, because before we just recorded at his practice space, which was still fine. But now like having like a studio to record at, where we can like chill in a little living room to the side and like play like video games. Like we're just playing PS2 and then like just chilling in like his room where he's recording stuff. And it's just fun. Like it's just nice. Like very easygoing. Because recording is always stressful and so many things can go wrong and wears you out. But it was nice. It was a fun time.
What game were you playing on PS2?
Well, I wanted to play Tony Hawk Underground, and we had two copies, but one was broken, and then the other one didn't have the disc in it. So I just played Tony Hawk Underground 2, I believe, or American Wasteland actually, and then some other stuff like Guitar Hero was in the mix, and like I don't know, a couple other games.
You guys would fit on Tony Hawk stuff, so that makes sense. I like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a big Tony Hawk head, so I've been playing for a long time.
He's come up a couple times in interviews fairly recently, Anthony, right? Like,
yeah. A lot of people, that's where it started. And for certain sounds, like certain exposure to certain bands. I mean, I think we said it in, I don't even know when these conversations will come out to the listener, but we talked about, first time hearing Suicidal Tendencies and all these other bands, big time influence. It's funny. You're talking about having a good time in the studio. At age 40, I think that would be my favorite part of being in a band. Like, I'm not a road dog anymore. Like, get me off the road. I'll attend gigs, but I wouldn't want to hit the road. But like, just almost like being on a little retreat with your buds. Like, I think that would be amazing.
Oh, it was cool. Like, we never usually I'm not even with them in the studio. Like, I just wait for them to finish and I go up and do my vocals. But even though I didn't even record like the second or third weekend, like, it was cool just like go up and like, because I think we did like 3 weekends in a row. It was cool just to hang out and like, and I had some songs that weren't finished. Like, so it's just better to be in that environment to like finish up what you have to do. So it was just fun. Like, it was just cool. Like, try something new, just to hang out with your friends.
Yeah, it sounds like it wasn't a ton of pressure. You were just having a good time making it. So
yeah, oh definitely, yeah. I mean, maybe I was a little pressure in just finishing up some lyrics. Then once you get to like there were songs where like we'd be like, oh, like I would have 2 verses. You'd be like, oh, like, well, you should like sing more on the first verse. Then I had to like push a whole verse back and then write a whole new verse. But like, it would happen in like 5 minutes because you're so in the zone and in the environment. It just made it so easy.
Do you have to hear the music first, or do you have stuff like kind of already ideas already percolating?
Well, they push out music so fast that like a lot of stuff, that used to be like always the thing. Like, they would get out of work and record. They meet up like 8 and then they just send me like 2 songs to record on their phone. And then I would just like write it that night. Obviously LPs, especially being 3 in, a little difficult, but a lot of it's written after the music. But then I have some songs where I just kind of like have in my notes that have just been written. And like, I don't even know if I'm going to use them for the band, but they just fit it. And I'm like, oh, okay, like this song gives off this vibe. And I have a song of that vibe. I just kind of like, and usually, luckily, it always matches up perfectly with the song, like it's meant to be.
That's natural. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun, like piecing the puzzle together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do you look at the band's progression, right? So you get LP1, World is Too Much, LP2, Locked in Time, and then this. And I've listened to all 3. I've spent the least time with Locked in Time, but how do you look at the progression?
It's cool because I feel like, someone was saying the other day how it just feels like when you listen to everything straight through, you can like see it progress. You can see like the little things added to every record and kind of become to what the next record becomes. And even lyrically, I feel that like everything just builds off the last record and kind of just like I always look at the first 3 records like this trilogy, like, and kind of just like went through it and it kind of went along with like my timeline in life, which is really cool. Like right now, especially with the new one coming out, like just reflecting on all that.
And I mean, you've got some like earwormy stuff on this, like some stuff that people are going to be really into singing back at you in a live setting, or just doing it in their car on the way to work, because that was me. So I'm excited to see what people think of some of these other songs that haven't come out yet. Like, I love Free Ride. I love
I love that song. Yeah.
It's so good, man. You got a free ride, but I'm gonna take the long way home. Like, yes, that makes like you didn't work very hard. I'm gonna take the harder road because I want to work at it here. I want to be better. Awesome.
Yeah. Which is so much about me personally and about the band, of course, because we've just been grinding. And that's also the song I told you where I just wrote the second verse in like 5 minutes because we're like, nice. Oh, you should just sing the whole verse. And I was like, all right, I'll just push the second verse to the first and we'll just make it happen. Like, but it's so fun. Like it's just like a cool topic, but it's also just like a fun song, very catchy, and I love listening to it. I love singing it.
Well, I like your delivery and the cadence, especially in that sing along part. Like, who are you pulling from, like vocally? Who your influences, or who are you inspired by?
Oh, I mean, I would say like my 2 like most inspiring, I guess, hardcore vocalists were always like HR and like John Brannon. Like I just love like the
Good combo.
intensity. I love the Bad Brains. I love the intensity of like just going out in a show and letting it all out. And like then just like, with Negative Approach, I love like they direct like, just like in your face, like just and like just great lyrics, like solid like choruses and just simple, like it can relate to everybody. That was always a big thing. But then I like the other stuff. Like I love Sheer Tear and I love like the singy parts and that, or even like I don't know, so many things like, and then things outside of hardcore too. Like
yeah, I mean, all those guys are blueprints that you can do it as you get older too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, we got to play with Negative Approach once. Like I was like, dang. Like I just saw them actually recently. I think they're back. Yeah, I'm just like, oh, they just still got it. They're just still doing it.
So we talked about No Not. We talked about Free Ride a little bit. Do you have another song on here that you're excited for people to hear? You're excited to play live?
Oh man. I mean, all the moshers, especially. Like, I love that we have some of the fast songs into just like, like big build ups and moshy parts. I love the title track. I love the last song, which I believe is going to be the next single.
Nice.
That's just like a fun, like rock. Like I feel like we always close out records with real cool, like just like jam songs that are really fun. But what's that one song? I can't remember the name of the song, but there's that one that just starts off with that big long, like two, like back and forth intro. I don't know. I'm excited to play any of them. That's
Nice.
the thing. I always think like I'm really excited to play this song, but then I like listen to the record again. I was like, actually, it's like a mood thing. Like I'm actually really like excited to play this song. I'm excited to do this song.
I think Checkmate will go off live too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I know what you're trying to do. I'll just stay away from you. I think the crowd will be into that for sure.
Yeah, that was a fun lyrically too. Like it's just like and how like I sing the verses and stuff. It's cool. It's like fun for me too. Like I get that fun out of singing it.
That's great. So yeah, so it's coming out on September 12th, and if you haven't checked it out, you definitely should. If this is coming out the Monday after, go check out the record. It's pretty awesome. We are big fans of this, this scene anyway, and this record slots right in perfect for me. I'm right in there with that, man.
Yeah, please check it out. You're gonna love it.
Before we let you go here, what's the story behind the artwork? Artwork's like it's unique compared to the rest of your catalog.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think if like it just kind of happened out of nowhere. So we were like kind of like talking different things. Some friend of the band just was like, "I'll knock something up for you," and they sent it. We're like, "Oh, sick! We like that." Like, and I like a different color scheme. I was saying this the other day, like I like the first record LP. It's just like the black and white classic photo, and the second one we have like that nice kind of like golden yellow, and then like I was like, okay, like let's brighten it up. And now we got this like purple and kind of like pinkish and all like which I think it goes along with the vibe of the record too, which is really cool.
As I know you guys signed a Blue Grape for this release. Has that like opened more doors and like that in the creative world or reach or anything like that?
I mean, I'm sure it will once the record gets out. I'm sure we'll get open a lot of doors and bring in a lot of new offers and stuff like that. But it's cool because they just let us kind of do whatever we want. It's been the vibe. Like we just have full control still. And just that's why they signed us. They're like, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, but just go bigger if you want, and we'll support it.
Yeah, we've heard that from a couple of different bands we've had on that have signed with Blue Grape, that they've been very not hands off, but like, hey, go do your thing. We signed you. Like we're not gonna meddle. Yeah. We want you to do what you do. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and if you want to go even bigger with it, like, yeah, we'll help you because they have pretty big reach.
Patrick, summarize this album in one word.
In one word. Oh man, I'm gonna end up saying more than one word, but
you go for it. Let it rip.
Okay. Yeah.
Hardcore punk rock and roll to the extreme. It'll knock your ears off, and you'll be dancing.
I like that. Yes, and you'll be dancing too. Right? Exactly. You don't have to be afraid. Go in there, have some fun.
Yeah. It's a real word. You can look that whole thing up in the dictionary. It's all one word.
You nailed it. It's got hardcore punk, and it's got that rockin' element to it. And it's the riffs. There's like classic, timeless riffs. I love the guitar tone. I think you guys nailed it. I think, and it's a universal sound that there's not a lot of that out there. I mean, it sounds crazy to think about, but just tried and true hardcore punk. There's not a lot out there anymore, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're just dudes that love making music. Like that's what it all comes down to in the end. Like we were just in that studio, just playing around. Like, let's just find it, and it's there. So I'm happy if you guys like it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Do that. Put it on in the car. If this is out after you listen to this, after the record's dropped, go spin the whole thing. And you've got shows coming up at the Drake and at Massapequa, and then you're going out with Koyo. So you've got a busy end of the year coming up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you live around where those shows are, please come out. Check it out. Sing along. Have fun.
Love me a good mix, Bill. Love it. Needs to be more of it.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it. I love it so much.
One of my favorite things, for sure. All right, Patrick, thank you for joining us today, man. We're excited for all the stuff coming down the line for Restraining Order and you, and maybe we'll see you out there at one of the shows.
Oh, yeah, we'll be around. Yeah. But thank you guys for having me. This was great. I had a great time.
Awesome. Love it. Thanks, Patrick.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for listening to Podioslave. We are at Podioslave on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all over the places that you can find us on social media. Facebook, Podioslave Podcast. YouTube, Podioslave Podcast there. Email us at podioslavepodcast@gmail.com. And hey, if you want to become a supporter, click on the link at the bottom of the episode and give us $1, give us $5. It keeps the lights on, keeps us going. We really appreciate that stuff. Thank you.